Billy Joe Saunders this time, his first fight back since Montreal. Martin Murray's the opponent. I'm sure you're aware there was a bit of a sort of lukewarm response to the announcement of the opponent. What did you make of that?
Well, I think unless it was Canelo or Golovkin, it was always going to be a lukewarm response. So, boxers are there to fight. Martin, I think he has got credibility. When I look at other fighters around the division who've had world title fights and a lot of back-to-back world title fights without as much credibility as him, I think Martin's a really credible opponent. He's a tough guy. He's been in with Golovkin. He's one of the very few fighters who's got past 10 rounds. So it's another marking fight, to see where Billy's at. Billy needs to make a statement with Martin. You don't want to be getting through 12 rounds ball fest. He needs to go out there and try and get him finished. Show people they can punch as well as box. He put in a great masterclass in Canada. Safety first. He did everything he got to do, stuck to the plan. But with Martin, he's knocking on a little bit. He's been in good fights. Only ever lost at top level, and he's only been rarely stopped. I think possibly only Golovkin.
Yeah.
So that's something, and you're looking at people moaning about fights, but Billy's got to go out there and put in a performance.
You've obviously seen it all. Are you at all concerned when it comes to Bill, especially after such a good fight, that complacency does creep in and he maybe looks beyond this, like you say, to the Golovkin or Canelo win?
The first form of complacency is that when you see a fight, I haven't seen Bill for a couple of weeks now, is that when they're telling you they're going to stick on the diet and not put weight on, that you see him next time they've ballooned up. Well, I've seen Bill today, and he hasn't done that. So that's the first thing, That's I don't care if he hasn't been training even for a month, but it's harder to mentally keep on your diet and keep your weight in a reasonable place. And the first time you see a fighter balloon up, you think problems, losing interest, no motivation. That's the first thing. They eat, they drink, they party, but he hasn't done that. So that tells me that Bill's focused on what he's doing. And I think, in his mind, he's set. He came to me in the summer. He set himself a plan out that he wants to be having Golovkin as soon as he can, and he knows that every camp and every fight is a build up towards that, and to go off the boil in between those fights will make him go back to square one. So you can see him thinking, I'm going to commit now for the next 12 to 18 months for that fight. After that, after the Golovkin fight, he might pack up, or if he wins, he might carry on, who knows. But at this moment in time, I think that's what his goal is. And everything he can do, get rid of Martin Murray, keep in a camp, keep permanently training, keep permanently within it, it's just going to make it easy for him. He's got a lust for this game now. He wants to make as much money and get as much recognition in the next 1 or 2 years as he can. And that's what I prefer, not one fight or 2 fights a year, maybe 3 or 4. And if you can have 3 or 4 fights every year, that's 8 fights, where some fighters might be having 8 fights in 3.5 years. So you can understand why he's saying, I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing, I'm going to keep in camp, I'm going to fight regularly, because he knows he can do it. He had 1 week off between Monroe and Lemieux. Yeah. And that takes a lot to do mentally, because people want to have a bit of a time off, they want to slow down, eat some rubbish. He didn't do that. There's not many fighters who I've trained, who I've seen in the past can do that. He did it. So he's had a couple of weeks off at Christmas, let his diet go a little bit, but he's been training, he's in a good shape. So get this fight out of the way in April, put in a good performance, 1 or 2 weeks back into camp, and look for a September date with Golovkin if it can be done, or a bigger name. That's what he needs to do.
We saw that you and some of the other boys were in Fuerteventura, but Bill went to Marbella with Tyson Fury and Ben Davis. What was the thinking behind that? A few people thought, hold on a sec, why is he not with Dom?
They do, but listen, Billy's his own man, and
that was just a bit of pre-camp.
Yeah, he phoned me after 2 weeks. He had 2 weeks off at Christmas, said I'm getting bored. So we're going to Fuerteventura. I says, if you want to get back in the gym, I says, get back in the gym. I says, go and have a bit of fun in Marbella, go out to see your sponsor. Obviously his MTK, his management out there. And that's what he did. He trained, he did some runs, he enjoyed it. Boxing's got to be fun. It can't. He knows when he comes into camp with me, it's going to be hard work. So it wasn't a problem. He did his thing. I bet he stood behind me there, giving me ears and pulling faces and shining his nice happy teeth. But sometimes you've got to let your hair down and realise how you used to do it. And he had a bit of fun out there. He's around his mates. He had a laugh and a joke. Yeah. But he's back on camp. We're going out on Sunday to Fuerteventura for 2 weeks. That's going to be the start of Billy's camp, and that's the start of the hard work.
Where does Kel fit in with that? Will he be in Fuerteventura with you as well?
Yeah, we're all out on camp together. Yeah, Kel's got 5 weeks this weekend. he started his sparring this week. Kel had some good spars. Jason Quigley, Jason Wellborn just to break into it. Got a bit of sparring with Liam Williams when we get out to Fort Ventura. So it's all good stuff, and they all work together. They all compete together. You know, I think Kel and Billy's got this thing going on. They're gonna have a bit of a running competition because you know Kel's getting into it. Billy's quite good at running, so they want to set themselves off. We have a bit of a thing what we call 30-30s, where they both get on together, and like you keep going until more or less you drop. So that's going to be interesting. So it's competitive all the way. Everybody gets on. You know, Kel's been on camp with Billy before, so yeah, looking forward to it.